Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Y'all, another month has bitten the dust. I cannot believe that September is over, October is here. October is one of my very favorite months. I would say next to December because I'm just a Christmas girl through and through. October is one of my very favorite months. It is my birthday month. I'll be turning 41. We're going to Florida for fall break. Just fun stuff happening in October. So I'm excited about the season to come. These next 3 months are my absolute favorite season of the year. And I'm excited to share with you some of the favorites that I have had throughout the month of September. I have 3 skincare, 4 makeup, a fragrance, and a fail. So let's start out with skincare. If you caught my PM skincare routine that I put up last week, you saw at least one of these products, and these are a couple of products that were sent over to me from Elemis. So they sent a box of goodies. There's not anything that I don't like that they sent me, but these 2 are the ones that stand out as my favorites. This is the Pro Collagen Naked Cleansing Balm. And if you haven't caught that video, be sure and check it out because I actually showed this one in action. It's a balm, but y'all, it turns into an oil super fast, faster than any other balm that I've used. I've talked in the past about how I am not typically a cleansing balm user. My skin tends to react much better to oils as far as breakouts go. But this one is so lightweight, turns into an oil super fast. I've had no breakouts from it. I've had no adverse reactions. I've been using it for over 3 weeks and I really like it. You don't need very much. I can put it over my eyes, as you'll see in that video, open my eyes and they're not blurry. There's nothing fuzzy about it. This is the Naked Cleansing Balm, so it has no fragrance. It's ophthalmology tested, safe for around the eyes. I really, really, really like this. So I will be promptly finishing this one up because it's been really good in my routine. It's also very moisturizing. And then the next product that I don't know if my AM skincare has gone up yet. I don't believe it has. I think it's going to be the next video. So I'll be talking about this there as well. But this is the Elemis Pro Collagen Eye Revive Mask. So this is technically, at least not as far as marketing goes, like an eye cream. They say to use it in the instructions or the directions at least 3 times a week. You can use it at night before you go to bed so it can fully sink in, or you can use it underneath makeup. Now, I'm going to tell you, this is so good underneath makeup. You're not going to be able to see, but I just want, oh look, I have my rubber bands. I just want to be able to talk about it. I mean, it goes on like a gel, but then when you rub it in, it's this like filter, primer, smoother, it's just really nice. It like fills in all my fine lines and wrinkles. It works well underneath concealer. Like it's light enough to where it's not going to make anything bunch up or crease. I've just really been liking this. So I'm debating on whether to keep it in my bathroom or put it in my kit. I think I might depot some of this and put it in my kit because I can see this working so well for clients under makeup. So those are the 2 things from Elemis that I have been loving. This next thing is, this is such a great find. I also use this for the very first time in my AM skincare routine that's going to be going up. And this is from Supergoop, and it is their Mineral Matte Screen SPF 40. So I believe it may have been last month, about how I have changed over my thyroid medication. I feel like my skin's gotten a tad bit oilier, especially right along here. So I have been trying to find some effective matte sunscreens, but it's also important to me personally for it to be physical components of SPF. So either zinc oxide only or zinc and titanium dioxide. This has both. It's got 1.3 titanium dioxide and 17.4% zinc oxide. When I put this on, you'll see in my AM skincare routine, I was floored, y'all. It has a little bit of a tint to it, but when you rub it in, the tint really goes away. Like it's not something that's going to provide you coverage, but it turns into the smoothest SPF I have ever put on my face. You will not need a primer if you use this, but it's not like gunky, like some mousse-like SPFs like this. Sometimes even the SkinCeuticals, even though I still love that, can sometimes pill on the skin if I maybe have put too much moisturizer on, or if it's reacting to some kind of skincare. This one absolutely does not do that. It sinks into the skin, but also blurs everything and provides you that SPF 40. It is good. As far as matte sunscreens go, as far as sunscreens in general, this has become one of my very favorites. Now, I don't know how long it's going to last. It's only 1.5 ounces. Typically, like my Ultimate and my Elastin that I also love and will forever love and use are like 3.4 ounces. So they're a lot more. So this one's a little bit more expensive, and I do tend to use quite a bit of it because I do put sunscreen down my neck and chest and, you know, all over my face, and I put the right amount. Sometimes people don't use enough, and you really have to use a lot to get the actual protection that it is saying you will get with the SPF number. So I don't know how long this will last, but I do know that I love it. And it is in the new section of Sephora, so just trust me, it's good. All right, so that's all the skincare. Let's jump into makeup real quick. This first makeup product is definitely not new. In fact, I have an entire video going over all of the base products from this brand that I own and comparing them, but it is what I have on my skin today, and it's the Chantecaille Just Skin Tinted Moisturizer. I've really been reaching a lot for this month. If I have not been shopping my stash or, you know, reviewing a foundation that I'm going to talk about in a couple of videos, I've really been reaching for this. It's easy. It's just the right amount of coverage. I love it. So if you want to see more on this, definitely go check out that video where I compare it with the other 3 bases that I have from Chantecaille, but you can't go wrong. I love all of them. I really do. So this is just, I just want to touch on this because it has been a favorite this month. I really have been reaching for it quite a bit. Now, the other 3 products are new to my collection this month, and I have also been using them a lot since I have gotten them. This one I talked about on my Instagram, Get Ready With Me, last week, I believe. I think, yes. If you're not following me on Instagram, be sure to do so. Every Wednesday, I post a Get Ready With Me on my stories. Sometimes there's a rhyme and reason to them. Sometimes I'm just getting ready and showing you what I'm using and chatting with y'all. This is the new Lilah B Aglow Golden Priming Oil. So they sent this over to me. I have not tried their original Aglow Priming Oil, but this one is the golden. So it has a more golden tint to it, but it's not like once you rub it in, it gives you that. It does give a really nice bronze color, but look at how pretty that is. It is an oil, so obviously it's going to have oil in the ingredients. Do you see like the difference? You can see it gives a little bit of color, but then just like the sheen and the moisture, it's not overly tacky. I mean, it's an oil, so it's going to have a little bit of tack to it, but I've really been liking this. Now, how I use it, it's a priming oil. I don't use it as a primer. I'm sure it works amazing for that. It would even work really nice for like an actual like liquid highlighter. The way I've been using this is mixing it in with more matte foundations. And it's beautiful. My favorite one to do it with is the NARS Soft Matte Foundation, but I've tried it with my Lancome foundation. I've tried it with another one. I can't remember which one, but I love it. I've tried it with foundations that are a little lighter for me to give it that little bit more warmth and color to it. And it's worked so well every time. It gives a beautiful glow to the skin. So check out, I do keep those Get Ready With Me's in highlights, so you can check that out if you want to, but really, really been liking that. Another highlighting product that I've been loving and that I have on my skin today, which if you can't tell, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. This is like glass skin. It is glass skin to me, and it is so effective at giving that just glossy glass skin look. And it's the new Persona Highlight Multi-Stick in gold. I used this in my minimal makeup video this month if you haven't checked that out. But oh my goodness, it's so beautiful. And that video, I kind of striped it on and then patted it out. Today and other days, I have just taken my finger, warmed it up, and then just tapped it in to the high points of my cheek. And the thing is, this is what it looks like in the bullet. Okay, so it looks dark, right? But then when you swatch it, it just gives, you like my self-tan line? It just gives, look at that. Oh, My goodness, so pretty, y'all. This would, because it's almost literally almost clear, it's going to work on any skin tone. When you look at it, you see, I mean, it does have flecks of like 24 karat gold in there, but that doesn't come across on the skin. Like I don't look at my skin in a mirror and see visible flecks. I used it on my eyes in that video as well. And somebody had asked, does it crease? It is pretty tacky, so it does crease. I mean, I have a lot of cream highlighters and cream shadows that do that. I'll just kind of tap it out. But I also have used it as a base for other like powder shadows, and it's beautiful that way as well. So definitely check this out if you really like this glossy skin look, that you could wear this just straight on top of SPF. You don't have to wear makeup that day. It just gives you that really fresh, healthy skin look. And then my last makeup favorite is a mascara. Now, y'all, I do have a mascara video coming. I have one mascara that I'm waiting for in the mail to do a review of, and it's going to be a combination of 4 or 5, I haven't decided yet, new mascaras to hit the market. And I'm reviewing all of them and kind of telling you which one wins out. So I'm not going to talk about any of those, but this one is from Beauty Pie. I also did a video using some of their products, and this is the Uber Volume Boost Velvet Mascara. I have it on today. I'll do a close-up in a minute, but this is a pretty, I mean, saying basic sounds like it's not a good thing. Basic wand to me is good. I find the more creative mascaras tend to get with their wands, the less they work on my lashes. I like a good basic non-plastic bristled wand, and that's what this is. I do have it on my eyes today. I really like this. You can see it in action in that video. I have no issue with the wear of this. I don't feel like it flakes. There was somebody that commented that said that the mascara flaked on them really badly or smudged. I have never had that issue. I've used it with a primer. I've used it without a primer, and it wears really well on me. It's really easy to take off at night, which is really important to me. I've just really been enjoying it. And because it's Beauty Pie, if you do that membership, that yearly membership, everything is so affordable. So definitely check into that and that video if you haven't seen it. Okay, and the last thing I'm going to talk about is a fragrance. And I have done a lot of fragrance videos. I know they don't get as many views as my makeup videos, but y'all, it is a love of mine. I'm going to continue to do them. I'm not going to do more than I do makeup, but there will be fragrance videos interspersed into my content because it has become a very big love of mine. And Dossier sent me over one of their perfumes. Now, if you don't know, Dossier is one of the like dupe houses. So there's a lot of those type houses that will dupe name brand, niche, expensive designer perfumes for a very affordable price. I have tried many of the dupe houses. A lot of them are great. Some of them aren't as great, but I had never tried Dossier. And when they reached out and asked if I wanted to try one, I was like, yes, for sure. I picked out Powdery Hawthorn, which is supposed to be the dupe for Tom Ford Metalique, which is to this day in my top 5 perfumes. I love this so much. I've talked about it countless times. It's an aldehyde perfume. I really like aldehydes. It's very powdery. It's got a touch of vanilla. And I wanted to try something that I already had the original form of so that I could test them together. So on this, it has top notes of aldehydes, neroli, orange blossom, middle notes of hawthorn, heliotrope flower, base notes vanilla, ambrette, and Peru balsam. This is 1.7 fluid ounces. The 1.7 fluid ounce in the Metalique retails for $160. This retails for $39. So you're getting a very, very good deal. So I'm going to spray, even though I know how they smell, I'm going to spray them both on a piece of paper. And I also will say that I really appreciate how when they send you the perfume, they send a small decant sample size. So they ask that you use this first to determine whether or not you like the scent. That way, if you don't, you can send the full bottle back unused. That to me is very good on cutting down on waste. It's a great idea. So I love how they do that. So this is the original Metalique. Love it. Dossier. Love it. There is very little difference, y'all. If anything, this one isn't quite as sharp on the original spray or the initial spray. It's not quite as in-your-face aldehydes, but the aldehydes are definitely still there. Oh, it's It's really good, y'all. It's kind of crazy how identical these are. So if you've been wanting to try Tom Ford Metalique, but you don't want to put down 160 bucks, especially if you're not able to try it somewhere in store first, I highly recommend Dossier Powdery Hawthorn. I'm really interested to try some of their other scents because I'm so impressed with how similar these are. So if you've tried any Dossier, let me know. They also have candles, which I think is awesome. And as far as like performance of the perfume versus the original Tom Ford, I actually think it lasts a little bit longer than the Tom Ford. I've never had any issues with longevity of the original Metalique, but this one lasts just as long, if not a tad longer on the skin, which is never a bad thing in my opinion. And y'all, I do have one fail this month. Unfortunately, I purchased this from Sephora a couple weeks ago because I was very intrigued with the entire line. I had been wanting to try some new concealers because let's be real, I just use my Clinique concealer every day. I love it so much. But there's been a lot of new concealer releases. I really wanted to try the Anastasia Beverly Hills one because I've heard great things about it. But at that time, when I was placing the order, it was out of stock, at least my shade. This is the Rose Ink Soft Light Clean Dewy Hydrating Concealer. It just didn't work for me, y'all, like at all. I used it for 3 or 4 days, and even after the first day when it didn't look good at all, I was like, I'm gonna keep giving this a try. After the 3rd and 4th day, I'm like, I'm done. It's just not working for me. And it's crazy because it has 5 stars, 255 reviews on Sephora. But this is, for me, not dewy, not hydrating, and not good looking on my under eyes. It was very dry on me. It creased and cracked pretty badly. I got the color LX060. It's a great color for me. I don't like super bright under eyes. Claims to be medium coverage. I found it to be pretty full coverage. It just didn't work for me. I mean, I don't know what else to say. That's not to say it's not going to work for you, but it was my only fail of the things that I have tried new this month, unfortunately. It just didn't work. So I still want to try the Anastasia. If you tried any other concealers that did work, let me know. I have been using this the past few days as primer for my eyeshadow because I don't want to waste it, but it's definitely not going to be going on my under eyes probably ever again. So that wraps it up. Those are my favorites for the month of September. As always, I want to know what you were loving this month, so be sure and share that in the comment section below. Thank y'all so much for watching. Be sure and like and subscribe before you leave so you don't miss out on any future videos. I hope you're all staying happy, healthy, safe, and sane, and that most of all, you go out and have a very blessed day.